This is no money, mo money. This little Lala's latest business venture went belly up. Now he can't even afford a monthly subscription. But he's determined to turn his luck around. With the few extra personal rules forcing me to craft and gather for my items and limiting access to advanced jobs, we're in for quite a ride as we complete everything in the Final Fantasy XIV free trial. Alright, I've been using the patrician stuff, which is craftsmanship 71, 80. Yeah, if I get into crafting the individual crafter gear, I think that will actually give me a slightly better boost to craftsmanship and may push me up as high as I need to get into the master crafting recipes. I don't want to do this with every class because I hate the idea of having a different gear on every class. It's just annoying to me. I'd rather have one set of gatherer gear, one set of crafter gear. But if I do it for a couple of the classes that are most likely to give me the next set of gear, like Weaver, maybe Goldsmith, probably not Armorer, maybe some Carpenter, but if I'd use it on the ones that are likely to give me, in the next set of master crafting recipes, the next upgrade in gear, then maybe I can use one or two individual sets of gear here to bump me up to the point where I can craft my next set of combined gear. And I'm going to start with Weaver because I'm thinking that's the best bet for like the next set of crafter gear is probably in Weaver. There might be like shoes maybe in Carpenter. There'll probably be accessories in Goldsmith, but Weaver is most likely where the next set of like clothing will be. Alright. Now let's try crafting up this Weaver item first and foremost. $92 to start, and that's without any materia at all, which I think gives me enough to get there. 347. I have enough to get there now. Okay. Alright, that gets me a macro that I can use. If I can just make this one Vanya Silk. Just make this one Vanya Silk successfully, I can get up to the next tier of master crafting recipes. Hopefully I can make some of them and they don't have insane craftsmanship requirements. My Weaver is already 55. So now I should be able to buy this Master Crafting Comb. There it is, Master Weaver 1. And if I pop it, multiple new Weaver recipes. Let's see, Craftsmanship 347 is what I need for it, so that's good. That's good. That means I can get into this with just, oh god, 391. Casting, healing, striking, aiming, casting, healing. Oh god, they really are going to try and force me to do... They're going to try and force me to use individual sets for all my crafters. They're really just not going to give them to me. This will be it, because it's bumping my control up. I'm losing a little bit of craftsmanship, but I'm gaining control, and it's evening out to a place where I think I'll be able to get enough control to make it work. So what do I need? I need 347 craftsmanship and 318 control. Yes! 319! 347, 319. I need 347, 318, which means now I can craft this freaking silver brocades. I'm gonna need 4 of them. 4. There's something else you can do with gloves that's apparently pretty good. Alright, let's go ahead and make all 4 of these. Now, if I do artisan gear, and go head, body, pants, and shoes. Then, and now, Yep, all the artisan stuff replaces it. Yeah, but you can't meld these. So it gets me a 350, 350 without even melding, but you can't meld these. So now, should be able to get rid of the patrician and the weaver stuff. There we go. Bunch of gear that I don't need anymore. And I can pull all the materia out of them. The unfortunate part is this doesn't get me where I need to be at the end of all things. I got 350 craftsmanship and 350 control, and I'll certainly get a little more than that by getting that last pair of gloves upgrade. And I think the gloves are actually going to be meldable materia-wise, so that'll be a bonus. But even then, it's going to be tough to hit the marks I need. Because I think some of the master recipe crafting for ARR requires like 390 something. And with a bunch of gear that can't be melded and 40 short of 390, that's not going to be easy. We are gearing up for my next job. Next week, I'm going to be going through some content that will unlock my second job for me, provided I have the 250k that I need for it. So this week I'm sort of prepping that a bit in the vein of I'm going to be running through the Marauder this week. This week is going to be hunt log targets, class quests, and maybe some like fates or things like that if I need a little boost in XP here or there along the way. But we're gonna go ahead and start this week off with, look at this patch of delicious diesel greens. Not the whole patch, actually. It's only like 2 of them. But if I snag them, how many does it get me? 24! Holy... Okay, yeah, this is gonna work fine then. 24 with my shroud stuff, huh? What I did learn is that the crossbreeding potential and output of plants get set when you plant them. If I went and planted a cracker root, say up here, it'd basically have no chance of crossbreeding because it crossbreeds with geisel greens, but there's no geisel greens anywhere around them. So the best like sustainable geisel green layout I was able to figure out or kind of get from other people while looking into it in some ways is that since you're using shroud, it doesn't matter if you plant the geisel greens raw like this because they're not crossbreeding anyway. But you put one there, you put one here in this little Y shape, and what this does is it makes it so that every single other space in the garden is next to a geisel green, at least one, and in this case 2. Right? Every single space in the garden is touching a geisel green. So now, if I put cracker roots in all these open spaces with the thonolin topsoil, I think it is, the one that helps them increase crossbreeding yield, they'll all be set next to geisel greens when they're planted, and so they'll all be able to crossbreed with those geisel greens. So if I do thonolin for the crossbreeding and the cracker root in the middle, then that one should be able to crossbreed by either of these, and so it's already set to have a high percentage chance based on the topsoil to crossbreed, and if it crossbreeds, it gives me more geisel greens. And so all these geisel greens that were planted without worrying about crossbreeding, because it doesn't matter with the geisel greens, will be giving me tons and tons of geisel greens, like 24 a piece, so that'll be 72 I can pull out technically every 3 days, but I'll probably just pull them once a week when I'm doing my stream at the beginning of it and then replant them, because that's already more than enough. Now that that's all planted, and now that I can finally summon my Choco Buddy, I can have some backup while I'm fighting. Let's start with doing hunt log stuff. That way I can gain like as many levels as I can there and do as many of the Marauder quests in like one shot as I possibly can without like ever getting level locked. I have one last target to take down and a chocobo, I guess, to start leveling. So now that I can summon him plenty, that's 48 freaking greens from a single crop yield. I can go ahead and start working on like trying to hit the bosom buddies 1 and 2 challenge logs every single week. And now Welcome back, chicken dumplings. I love that my main has his chocobo named Nuggies, and this one is Dumplings. Goofy little Lala. Boom! Level up! Axe to grind 1. 30, 240, 243. Okay. Leveling up quick now. Yep, that's plenty. Oops. Don't care, I'm not part of the fate. There's my dodos are done. Good. There we go. Level 14. There we go. That was enough of them. Also, I started using this set of gear, this artisan stuff. For a while, I wasn't sure if I was going to let myself use it because it's not something I crafted myself, but it's not something I just went and bought for Gil either. I had to get into master crafting and build up and meld and all my stuff till I had enough craftsmanship and control to craft a high quality item in the master crafting recipe list to then go and spend that item to buy each of these pieces of gear. So I think I'm going to call that as usable, because not just that, but there's also like no other way for me to get deeper into master crafting. Like the next bump up I needed in craftsmanship and control was so insanely high, and the game does not really give you gear that you can craft in master crafting recipes to level up your crafters. It just doesn't. And so I've decided to rule this one as it's not just Gil. I had to get in, I had to craft something myself, I had to give that to a merchant to get this, so I'm gonna call this gear usable. Because it's like the only way I can get my crafting up, and it's the only way you can get access to this gear. There is no other way for me to get access to this gear other than buying it from a merchant. There we go. And we're at 15. There we go. Oh, that one was only 3. Figures. Already. There's 15. Oh, finally. Now, 15, I get a couple of upgrades, and I want to get rid of the old axe. Is that good? That's good. Yep, another level. 16, nice. I'm very consistently leveling up here. 82,000. Okay, so he did rank up though. Okay. He is ranking up as we're going. That must have been from the first Bosom Buddies. He probably got a big boost. That's my hunting log tier 2 done. Marauder rank 2 done. Complete rank 2, achieve level 20 or above. Okay. Alright. Back to Limsa then, to start on the quests. Marauder Stride. I mean, I'm level 17. I should have a Marauder Stride by now. Although it's a tiny, tiny Marauder Stride, but still. Overwhelming power can only be properly directed by extraordinary physical strength. Have you seen my noodle arms? They're like toothpicks. Sure, great incredible strength. Brother often has me escort his fledgling marauders on their more dangerous tasks. So he expects me to give you the details then, Farmers needs to clear out a megala crab nest. And they knew we were coming. The megala crabs, you mean? Yeah, they totally knew we were coming. Fear the power of tiny baby with a toy axe. Fear the power of this tiny baby and his his squeaky toy axe. Oh, cool, now they show up. Against these enemies that really were not a big threat to me. Both killed by some nasty bugger not so long ago, an Aurochs big as a mountain. I bet you could beat it. Hey, I'm right next to the Maelstrom. Let's go ahead and hit up my squadron. Squadron has returned. Look over the report. It was a success, and they all gained like 6 levels. God, they all leveled up a lot. The recruits appear to have carried out the task in a sufficiently competent manner. Be surprised how many privates managed to lose their way in a simple patrol route. In case a small success like this will improve the unit's cohesion and help sharpen their individual skills. Speak directly with the sergeant to begin mission deployment, blah 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 blah, yes. Let's talk training. Improve the abilities of individual recruits, but its main purpose to encourage the growth of squadrons. Oh, okay, sure, whatever. Yeah, these training moments. You can sort of bulk up some of their stats by training them like this. Squadron be the most elite unit in the Maelstrom. We best not neglect their military education. Ready to begin their training. Let's see. So, I could try focusing one stat, which would make it so that when I get to the end point, I could pretty consistently hit that stat every time with little help. I could try focusing two stats, which would make it pretty easy for me to like always be able to hit at least 2 when I'm gearing them up for their missions, but maybe not 3 ever. Let's do one stat for now, but which one? Which one do I always have trouble hitting? Tactical's pretty easy. Mental, maybe? I fairly often seem to have a little trouble hitting mental. Start training their mental stat for now. How'd I do, idiot? Nicola crabs and save the life of a child in the bargain. Our violent craft prove its merit. Like as the creatures were ousted from their usual feeding grounds by a more fierce beast. A giant aurochs, you mean? 18. This Marauder is now old enough to vote. Too bad all of our leaders are terrible. Was I talking about the real world, or was I talking about Final Fantasy XIV's Eorzea? Take your pick. TP deserves recognition. Have it in the form of a new technique, adopted and perfected by our guild forebears, the tomahawk throw. Finally, I have a freaking ranged attack. I can't believe they locked your ranged option behind quest. That's so stupid, too. Pending confrontation with Kyoto weighs heavily on your mind. Not really. It's like, I sense it weighs heavy on your mind. It's like, I haven't thought about it even once. I don't care. I'll reach him eventually, and I'll beat him then. Axe throw. Now I can chuck this stupid squeaky toy axe. Definitely gonna hit 20, I think. Oh, except these are worth nothing XP-wise, these early ones. Uphill battle 3. Should still be able to hit 20, though. Yep, there we go. Axe to grind 2. Difficulty rank unlocked. Marauder 20 and 100 unique battlecraft will leave quests. There, done. Bosom Buddies 2. Achievement unlocked. And I leveled up as well, so that's good. That probably gave him a level as well. Yep. Enhanced accuracy, why not? Just basically keep going through his healer set. The idea that I'll just like miss 3 or 4 attacks in a row just because the enemy has a couple of levels on me is so annoying. That should be good. Yep, that should be all of them here in North Shroud. That should do it. Yep, there we go. There we go. Okay, and a level up. Nice, very nice. Ooh, reprisal as well. Very, very nice. At the bottom of my list like an idiot. Okay. Okay, that's the only one I needed from here. Nice. Stop healing each other. Just die. There we go. Okay. Marauder 24. Rank 3 fully finished. Oh yeah. There we go. That's working. Level 20. The mountain that strides. Trouble afoot. The lad whose parents were slain by Kirata. His grandfather recently contacted us with worrisome news. He's gone missing. Yep. Signs of him in that area would seem the child felt compelled to seek the creature out. Yeah, it's really smart of him. The kid who couldn't even beat a crab to go and seek out the monster. Idiot. Just walks up to it with a stick. Oh, good. Dinner. Defeat of the jackals. Pack jackals. They all just went straight at me. They're all just like, son of a bitch! Just immediately tried to take a bite out of me. Okay, that's fine. Like, I was already handling that. What are you doing here suddenly? He breathes! Huzzah! Can we kill the mountain yet? No, not until level 30? Okay. You then scouted those jackals when you did. I would have done it 5 seconds later. Like, it's cute that I was standing there looking scared at 3 of enemies that I just took down 12 of, but okay. Dangers were greater than I anticipated. No single marauder could have hoped to fend off such numbers in time. Except I did. The other will fall by your hand, and I will shape you into a deadly weapon you need to be. Leader of the pack. Shall unleash your deepest reserves of destructive strength. Yeah. Alright. Bunch of Moribee hedge moles, huh? That was easy. Well, that seems simple for a trial. At least before, though, it wasn't terribly, This is the indomitable no money, mo money. Oh my god. Who could this masked man possibly be? I have no clue whatsoever. Let's test the edge of your steel. It's like, oh, brother. I like that, oh, brother could be like just exasperation or, oh, brother. Able-bodied ambushers. Able-bodied ambushers, specifically. That's weird. Every single one of these able-bodied ambushers seems to be wielding an axe. And big rows in armor wielding axes. That's strange. Wonder who they could possibly be. Underlings have provided you with poor sport. You'll take your measure with mine own blade. Think to show me quarter, for I shall surely show you none. They're such idiots, dude. Defeat the familiar marauder. All these old-ass mechanics. I love that she's over there casting stone skin on me. Every time you see these old, like, conjurers and white mages using stuff like stone skin on you in battle, it always just makes me laugh, because it's like, look at these old freaking mechanics that have been dead for years and no one has anymore. Bye-bye. I yield! Might just be enough. We're done here. Drag away those who cannot stand as I beat them all to a pulp. Tiny baby with a squeak toy axe just beat you all to a pulp. By concealing his identity, the trial would seem more threatening, increasing its effectiveness. Not entirely it's an entirely successful undertaking, but one must appreciate his intentions. Time for you to return to the guild. As a favor to me, indulge Huizen in his little deception. Subterfuge is not a marauder's forte. Yeah, well, there is that. Or if you're skirmish on the salt stream. You did well to topple opponents of such formidable skill. It's not dwell on the nature of those masked men. As important as your triumph in the face of overwhelming odds. Well, the Marauders are honored to have you swing your axe in the guild's name. Oh, gee, what are all these bruises on all of their bodies? Oh, that's strange. I'll probably craft myself a set of 30 stuff next, off stream in between for next time, so I have a set of 30 gear. There we go. That'll have to work for now. Maybe I'll find some better glam options for my 30 by next week. Chocobo head, I love it. Anywho, yeah, that is where I will go ahead and call it for this week.